There's a rumor going around that WB's not so happy with James Gunn's Superman trailer.
Damn, that was annoying.
In less than a week, the new DCU will kick off with the debut of the first two episodes of Creature Commandos, the animated series that James Gunn says will just blow your mind. And if rumors are to be believed, then 4 days later, the press will be given first shot at viewing the highly anticipated trailer for James Gunn's new Superman film starring David Cornsweet as Superman. And if all goes well, meaning every single review is simply spectacular, it will then be shown to the masses. Well, according to a rumor reported over at comicbook.com, one that truly needs to be taken with a rather large dose of salt, WB's Michael DeLuca, co-chair of WB's Pictures Group, didn't think the trailer was good enough, and James Gunn was told to make it better. Now keep in mind that this rumor was put out there by one Dan Marcus, who, if you look up his bio, is listed as a writer, columnist, filmmaker. I personally have never heard of Marcus, nor do I know any of the work that shows up when you do look at his bio. With that said, Marcus claims to have learned how, and from whom no one seems to know, that when the trailer editor showed DeLuca the trailer for approval, he was met simply with the phrase, "Make it better." Now, does this mean that the trailer is bad? No, it does not. Does this mean the DCU is doomed from the start? Once again, no, it does not. Does this mean that writer, columnist, filmmaker Dan Marcus doesn't know his own ass from a glazed donut? Well, no, it does not, but more than likely, yes. And to be fair, Marcus did even say himself that it was just what he himself had heard and to take it all with a grain of salt. Still, he felt the need to repeat it to the world, and so here we are. Look, films are edited time and time again until the filmmakers think that they have the right cut to premiere to the masses. Stands to reason that the same strive for perfection is given to the trailers as well. Sometimes maybe even more so, because that's what gets the general audience excited to see the eventual film. DC Studios, aka James Gunn and Peter Safran, aka James Gunn, is under enormous pressure, I'm sure, to get this film right. There's a lot riding on it. It's the rebirth of Superman, the rebirth of DC, and for WB, well, it's a way to finally dig themselves out of that $40 billion hole that they've created for themselves and to become their very own Marvel 2.0. James Gunn was asked to comment about what Marcus had claimed, and he said that it's sort of true. When he says studio, that's solely me, as in the only studio involved in cutting or anything to do with the trailer is DC Studios, i.e. me and Peter. And I'm the creatively demanding one. This is the exact same rigorous process I've gone through cutting every Guardians trailer, pushing the marketing folks as hard as I can, cutting and recutting until I think we have something worthy of the film itself. Now, do I believe Dan Marcus? Well, not at first, no, and I'm not sure that I do 100% now either, but Gunn did respond. He felt the need to explain himself and not simply spit out some 1 or 2 word narcissistic bit of sarcasm, which most times he does. Now, it could just be preemptive damage control, and I get it. I mean, if I was Gunn, I would be pacing the floors every single night until the movie's finally released. But this is James Gunn here. And while he's not my filmmaker of choice, I have to admit that he is one aggressive, seemingly overconfident, self-centered son of a bitch. He knows what he wants and he goes for it. And with damn good results when it comes to box office. I've gone on record here before saying that I think that Guardians of the Galaxy, well, it's one of my favorite comic book films, period. One of my top 3 Marvel films, right after Blade and Iron Man. I don't care so much for 2 or 3, but the first one is a classic. And I hope he does the same for Superman. And then, well, I hope he walks away and lets someone else take it from there to do any Superman sequels. You know, just be a CEO for a change. I think if he keeps on trying to write, produce, and direct too many projects, he'll eventually burn himself out, and that won't be good for DC as a whole. But hey, what the hell do I know? I myself am not an aggressive, seemingly overconfident, self-centered son of a bitch. I like this guy. Well, that's it for now, my friends. If you have any thoughts, comments, and or concerns about what I've covered in today's show, feel free to drop them in the section down below. And if you like today's show, hell, why don't you reach over there, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. As always, thanks for stopping by. God bless and socks out.